Hey guys, welcome back to the Suburban Hippie Photographer. I wanted to do a follow-up video to my video yesterday about macro, and today I want to cover settings a little bit, settings that I found that work really well. Normally I shoot everything in aperture priority, which is the AV on the mode dial, and that's cool and it works well and it gives me a lot of control. I can set the aperture and then I can set the ISO and things like that, but a lot of times what I do is I forget to change it. And when you're doing macro photography, you're shooting a bug and maybe there's overcast sky, it's partially overcast, so it's sunny 1 minute and then it's cloudy the next. If you set your ISO, of course, to a certain level in the sun, and then when a cloud goes over the sun, you get the shade, what you're going to get is you're going to get your shutter speed's going to slow down tremendously and you'll get a lot of motion blur. And when you're taking things this close, just a little bit of movement on the camera lens can give you motion blur. So you actually have to have your shutter a little bit higher than normal. The normal rule is it's double the focal length. So if you have a 40 millimeter lens, you're going to want at least a minimum shutter level of 80. But that doesn't work real well when you're doing macro, I've found, because like I said, you're so close and just a little bit of movement on such a small subject can give you motion blur. So what I've found the best setting so far is to set the camera again in full manual, which is what I do when I have the flash, but also when it's a sunny day and you're taking your pictures just via the sunlight. Set it in manual. Set a shutter level that's, let's say I'm using a 25 millimeter 24 millimeter pancake lens on a 20 millimeter extension tube. I want a shutter of at least 320 to try and eliminate zoom. And then I put the ISO in auto. And then of course the aperture I set at least to 8, preferably higher, but sometimes when you don't have the light, you can't do that. And also sometimes the lens doesn't perform well at certain levels above 8. So just a little tip for you. Good luck.